Hey guys, NasThePrince here. I just want to say what's up and catch up with y'all. Honestly, to be honest, yeah, that's really about it. And hey, I know y'all see, it ain't really nothing, but man, how often do y'all be on like Instagram, things like that? I started like for me personally, like social media is such like a trap. Like it's something you do because it's convenient. Like for me, like I'm not speaking for anyone else, so don't feel called out for real. But like for me, it's like I feel like the only reason why I get on social media, and by social media I really just mean like Instagram and Snapchat. But the main reason is just cause like it's convenient. And like if you're in a room full of people or something like that, and it's just like it's like an outlet you could use just to kind of escape certain like possibly awkward situations. But the more I dive into it, the more I realize it really shapes how society is today. Even when you are in a room full of people. Like for an example, like you see a lot of creators, you see a lot of people flexing, and we obviously feel like, okay, they're living such a great life. I must be doing something wrong or something. And then when you go outside, you don't see none of that. Like if you took what you see on social media and then you walked right outside, you would not see the type of shit you see on social media in the real world unless you had a definite plan of action to manifest the certain things that you want out of life. So it's just like it's the most unrealistic thing ever. And it keeps you trapped in it because now it's just like, well, shit, like this is the only outlet to where I get to see the type of things that I might want out of life. And you can't really find it nowhere else except social media. Think about it. And so like it really creates like a loophole effect to where like you're constantly like giving all your time and attention to it. And then that's when your phone probably died because you forgot to put it on a charger or something. And you realize like, holy shit, what have I done today? Or something to that extent. And there's nothing wrong with like chilling and staying out the way. And I know for that, for me specifically, just being in New Orleans, because a lot of people get into a lot of trouble out here. And so it's just like being out the way really isn't a bad thing. But then again, you get those moments of like motivation, but you don't know what to put that energy towards. And sometimes it's difficult because if you haven't seen anything in your actual life that's worth doing, it's just like the only way you could find anything that you would be interested in would be on social media. And so then it's a quest of, okay, how do I bring this into the forefront of my life? How do I bring the things that I see? Example, a Rolls Royce Wraith, mansions, You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. And I mean, we all could like, take a walk or take a drive or something to like a rich neighborhood and see it in real life. But it's more of like, how do I bring those things into reality? And especially in the type of environment you're in, because not everyone, you know, knows about certain things. Like certain people don't know what a Richard Mille is. Some people don't know what a Frank Mueller is. These luxury items. So then it's just like surrounding yourself with the type of people and understanding their interest and your interest and see if there's a shared interest and constantly being on the journey of self-improvement and building meaningful relationships. And I'm not the type of person to judge anyone because everyone, in my opinion, you can learn something from. But it's mainly like developing relationships with certain people in certain areas of life, you know? And I truly feel like that's probably the most realistic way to bring what you see on social media into reality. Connecting with certain communities and staying locked in and working on yourself day by day. And over time, you'll start to see certain changes in your life. I mean, honestly, like, I started seeing a lot more Corvettes and a lot more, like, rich shit. And it just let me know that, okay, the Matrix is real and I just have to keep going. It's really, it's not simple, but the concept of not being around things that don't serve you anymore and just leveling up your life, and you could easily say maturing if you really wanted to like break it down in a very simple term. But not too many people mature. There's a lot of like, older individuals still trying to live like they're in their early 20s, you know? So, I mean, I just use certain phrases so that way y'all could better understand and I could also better understand for myself what really is the situation at hand. But yeah, that's, social media is crazy. It's really, I'm really just, it's not necessarily like, okay, the motivation, because being inspired, there's literally nothing wrong with being inspired. However, it's certain toxic mindsets and ways of thinking and comparisons that I wanted to address in this video. Because, like, I honestly sometimes think to myself, I'm like, I wonder how my life would be if I wasn't so negative. Like, how many blessings have actually showed itself in my life, and I was just too negative and bitter as a person to receive those blessings. Like, seriously, that creates a barrier. You know what I mean? That creates a huge barrier. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, guys. Let me know what y'all think. And we could start like a whole discussion about it. I might post it in the community tab, and we can all talk about this and share ideas and just create a healthy community of self improvement. This is NasThePrince. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button too and turn on post notifications. Hit that bell. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.